It's been downgraded to a tropical low, but it is still a decent storm and still represents a danger to the communities in southeast Queensland and north New South Wales. So I contacted David Crisafulli a couple of days ago just to wish him all the very best. And of course, we stand ready to assist our friends in Queensland should they need it. But they're a resilient crew, and we very much look forward to seeing them getting over this current issues that they're confronting. And I just want to thank everyone for coming down to Kwinana this morning. It's great to be here. I've just had the privilege of voting in the 2025 election, and you know, our democratic system is something we should not take for granted. People in other parts of the world fight for the right to be able to walk into a polling booth and have a say who they want to lead our state and our country. And it's an incredible privilege, and it's one that we should never take for granted, and we should continue to fight for the right to be able to vote in a free and just election process. I want to take the opportunity just to thank all the polling officials that are looking after us today, and all those dedicated members of the PNCs who are providing us with cupcakes and sausage sizzles as part of the great modern West Australian political institutions, which is the democracy sausage. I've just had one, and if you're asking, it has to be onions underneath, squiggle of tomato sauce with a straight line of mustard. That's the only way to do the sausage in a bun. I also just want to thank all the volunteers that are out today supporting their local candidates, handing out how to vote cards, putting the posters up. They've been here from early in the morning. They'll be here till right 6 o'clock tonight. And look, this is an important process to get behind, and those people are doing a great job on behalf of their candidates. Look, at this election, I'm proud of the vision that WA Labor has put forward. In this election, there is a choice for the people of Western Australia, a choice between a Liberal Party that's chaotic, dysfunctional, and has not provided a vision of how they're going to take this economy forward. They're fighting each other. They're fighting with the Nationals, and if they're too busy fighting for each other, they're not fighting for you. They're not fighting for Western Australia. WA Labor has put forward a comprehensive plan as part of our vision to take this state forward. More cost of living relief, $1 billion worth of commitments in this election campaign alone. Housing, faster, more affordable, and more of it. And of course, continued strong investment in our hospitals to continue to provide a world-class healthcare system. We've put our plan forward of how we're going to bring manufacturing back to the heart of our Western Australian economy. Through our Made in WA plan, we are going to see manufacturing, catalysed by the great clean energy transition, really become an important part of our economic future. And we're going to provide the skills for our young people to take advantage of the job opportunities that come from this extraordinary next chapter of our economic development. Our Free TAFE program is making sure we provide the workers for our construction industries, the people who are going to be manufacturing our batteries, our electric ferries, our electric buses, our poles and wires, which we will manufacture here, and of course wind turbines, making sure that Western Australians are the beneficiary of the great clean energy future that we have here in Western Australia. Only WA Labor has a plan to continue to provide cost of living, housing, and expansion of our healthcare system. Only WA Labor has a plan to ensure that during these times of global uncertainty, that we can withstand the troubled waters that are ahead of us. In these times of global uncertainty, you need a steady hand at the wheel. You need experienced leadership, and only WA Labor can provide that leadership to ensure that Western Australians' economy is resilient and ready to take on the global challenges that are ahead of us. And only WA Labor will do what's right for WA. And I'll take any questions.
Premier, are you worried today that as people, obviously there's a lot of people already voted, but as people head to the booths today, are you concerned that there's a thought process that Labor's got it in the bag, this will be an easy victory, and perhaps give the Liberals and Nationals a sympathy vote?
Well, we're not taking anything for granted in this election. We have been respectful with the people of Western Australia by providing a strong community-based campaign which talks about our plan for the future, how we'll keep this economy strong, how we'll take this state forward. And my teams will be campaigning right up until 6 o'clock tonight, ensuring that we're having those conversations on the doorsteps, at the polling booths, continuing to talk to them about how only a vote for WA Labor will secure Western Australia's future. A vote for the Liberals is a risk to our economy, they're a risk to Western Australia's future, and they don't have a plan. So don't risk that future by voting for the WA Liberals.
Premier, you were obviously replaced Mark McGowan in 2023. It was June, wasn't it? June 2023.
Yep.
Obviously supported by your colleagues and the unions and the factions, etc. How important would it be, and how significant for you personally would it be to become an elected Premier?
Well, any election is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to put your case to the people of Western Australia. I consider it's a bit like a job appraisal, right? You have to go in, you talk about the work that you've done, what's your track record, and what are your plans for the future. And that's what we've done in this election campaign. We've talked about the fact that we've taken the economy from the weakest in the country in 2017 to now the strongest in the country. That we've overseen the creation of over 340,000 jobs in Western Australia and overseen the period of lowest unemployment, a record for WA, under 4% for 3 consecutive years. And you talk about the future. What are we going to do in the future? And we've talked about our Made in WA plan, how we're going to take this state forward, using the clean energy transition and the fact that we'll become a global renewable energy powerhouse to ensure that we get the manufacturing jobs back into the heart of our Western Australian economy.
But will that title of Premier feel...
Sorry, I'll go to Paul first. Yep.
Will that title of Premier, though, feel different when you actually earned it with an election as opposed to a factional appointment?
Well, look, I'm overwhelmed by the support that we've received from the WA community during my time as Premier, and I'm very much looking forward to continuing in that role should we be endorsed by the people of Western Australia today. We won't take anything for granted. We're staying humble. We are taking the campaign right up to 6 o'clock tonight, and obviously the opportunity to be endorsed by the people of Western Australia is an honour and a privilege, and it's one that I take very seriously.
I assume you'd like to...
No,
sorry.
over here.
No, you jump in.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've already...
It's been a busy couple of months campaigning for you, Premier. How are you feeling today?
Well, it's been a busy 18 months, actually. As I've been Premier, I've campaigned from day one. But this period of the campaign season, from pretty much the 1st of January through to the 8th of March, has been a gruelling one. I'm reminded that today is the 70th day of straight consecutive press conferences, bringing our case out every day, putting our case to the people of Western Australia. And I'm energised by the opportunity to be endorsed by the people of Western Australia. Look, this is a tough gig, right? This is tough work. But it is such a privilege to represent the WA Labor Party. And if we are endorsed by the people of Western Australia, I'll obviously treat the opportunity to become Premier following this election with great humility and with a great sense of honour.
You predicted to lose seats. What's an acceptable number for you?
Well, there's no acceptable number. No one likes to lose in politics. We are contesting every single seat. And this is the point, right? Look, this is 59 WA Labor candidates versus 59 Liberal candidates and a smattering of others. We are energised by our campaign teams. The army of volunteers that have got behind my team has been absolutely humbling. Why? Because they are an army of people who share our vision about what this state is capable of, bringing manufacturing back to the heart of our economy through our Made in WA plan, more cost of living measures, great social services to the people in the community, more housing, more faster and more affordably, and of course continuing to provide extraordinary investment into our healthcare system to make sure that our hospitals are providing world-class healthcare.
Premier, a few butterflies this morning when you just quickly talking me through it. You got up, you went for a swim, jog. What did you do?
Yeah, no, Carly and I went for a walk this morning around the streets of Wellard just to get the nerves out of the system but get the body going. We're both energised, we're both excited by today, and we very much look forward to seeing Western Australians cast their vote today on the future of the WA government.
Does Christine Tonkin still have a bit of a chance in your view?
Well, Christine Tonkin's an extraordinary member of her community, an amazing advocate and a great champion of the people of Churchlands. And she's been working so hard, tirelessly, ever since she has been elected. And I look forward and I hope that the people of Churchlands acknowledge that hard work and give her another opportunity to be their representative in the WA Parliament.
If you win today, Premier, who will be, in your view, over the course of the next 4 years, your Liberal opponent, as in leadership, Basil Zemplis or Libby Mesham?
Well, look, that's a matter for the Liberal Party to decide. We know that Basil Zemplis tried to take Libby out in terms of her position as leader of the Liberal Party in December last year. Isn't it just the clearest indication that the Liberals are not fit for government? They're too busy fighting each other. And if they're too busy fighting each other, they're not fighting for you, they're not fighting for WA.
And you intend to serve a full term, Premier, go to the next election in 2029?
I'm just getting started. I've only been in this role for 18 months now. I'm super energised and excited about the opportunity to continue to represent the people of Western
So
Australia.
your intention is to contest 2029?
Absolutely. My intention is to go long. We've got a huge plan, a program of initiatives that we want to bring forward to create more jobs in WA, bring manufacturing back to our economy, really take on the opportunities that the clean energy transition represents, and to continue to decarbonise our economy and assist economies across Southeast Asia to decarbonise their economies as well.
Your wife Carly's by your side today. She's been by your side for many years. Do you want to say a few words about your wife?
Oh, look, Carly is extraordinary. She is so calm. She has this ability just to, I guess, create a sea of calm in our home. And her love and support has been fundamental to me really getting through this very busy campaign period. She's also a furious online warrior too, by the way. She doesn't, not so much on the keyboard, but she's always going in there, looking at all the comments in social media. She goes deep. I can't do that. She's stronger than me.
No special treatment at home if you win tonight, I take it. You're still going to take out the bins?
Yeah, no, bin day is Monday, but I'll definitely be taking the bins out.
Premier, who would win a running race between you, Peter Malinauskas, and Chris Minns?
Oh, that's a tricky one. Look, Mally is he's too young. He's too young and fit. So I reckon he'd probably pit me. Mally and I have done a couple of runs together. He's got those really long legs, right? So I do about 5 paces to every 3 of his. So he's pretty fit. I don't know about Chris. I must take him on next time that there's a National Cabinet meeting.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, Premier.
Oh, Garvey, that is very mischievous.
70 press conferences. At least only have been asked.